Hi, this is Hardball Retro. Welcome to the Retrodome. Today we'll be looking at the standings for my as played season replay of the 1985 season through games of June 30th, 1985, using Digital Diamond Baseball version 13.2.3. So we're going to take a look at the current standings, leaderboards, and any special events that might have occurred in the month of June. Let's go to season overview and take a look. All right, so in the American League East, we have the Toronto Blue Jays out in front by a game and a half over the Detroit Tigers. The Red Sox and Orioles are also right in the mix, above 500. And the Yankees are 8.5 back. Indians and Brewers, 15 back. Looks like they are going to have to really pick it up to make a dent in the standings here. But Toronto in the lead, and of course the Jays won the American League East in 1985. So far, the at least the front runner there is mirroring real life. Over in the AL West, we have the White Sox, surprising 43-27, and they are 5 games in front of the Royals. We know the Royals won the division that year and won the World Series. The Mariners in third, 5.5 back. Also a bit of a surprise here. The California Angels are in fourth place, 37-36. You can see the thumbs up icon here. This is the team that I'm managing. All of the other teams are computer managed. And as I mentioned, we're doing the as played schedule, transactions, pitching rotations, lineups, and so forth. So basically, my managing is just that, just the in game management, you know, whether to steal, hit and run, bunt, and player substitutions in game. But all the other transactions are handled as they were in real life. So continuing on down, the Twins, Rangers, and A's, not totally out of it, but we're about halfway through the season here, so it's not looking promising for them. Although the Rangers have won 8 of their last 10. Okay. In the NL East, we've got the Cardinals out in front, and again, this is the team that won the East that year. Plus 123 run differential at the end of June here, and winners of 7 in a row and 9 of their last 10. So they've opened up a 10-game lead on the Phillies. The Mets are a little bit above 500 here, but they're 11 games back. And then we've got the Expos just under a game under 500 here. The Cubs and Pirates well off the pace. And in the NL West, we've got the Dodgers, who also won the division in real life. They're out in front by a couple of games over the Reds. Astros hanging in there, 2.5 back. And sub 500, Padres, Braves, and Giants. Giants with the worst, not quite the worst record. Worst record in the NL, at least. And the Brewers have the worst record overall. So, all right, let's take a look at the leaderboards. I'm not going to name everybody here, but I'll try to point out some of the leaders. You can see the photos here. So you can import the player picks into Digital Diamond, as I also do with the logos and the ballparks and so forth. So we've got Wade Boggs out in front in the AL batting race, slightly ahead of George Brett, 367 to 361. Darrell Evans, a surprising third at 345, and followed by Rance Mulliniks and Bill Buckner. Home run lead, we've got a tie between Dwight Dewey Evans of the Red Sox and Don Mattingly of the Yankees, 20 apiece. Lance Parrish with 19, and Steve Alboni and Don Baylor with 18. So, RBI lead, Kirk Gibson of the Tigers, and his teammate Lance Parrish close behind. George Bell third, Jim Presley, and Willie Upshaw. NL batting lead, as it was in real life, Willie McGee at a 383 pace about halfway through the year here. This is a shocker. Jose Uribe of the Giants, 342. Dave Parker, 339 for the Reds. Tim Rock Raines, 337. And Pete Rose Sr., a surprising 330 for the Reds in 85 here. Parker leads the way in homers and RBIs for Cincy. Pedro Guerrero next in homers with 17, followed by Dale Murphy, Mike Marshall, and Gary Carter. And Marshall is second in RBIs, and you can see some of the others here. Jack Clark, Murphy, and McGee. All right, in the pitching category, we've got Mike Moore of the Mariners, a surprising 2.14 ERA. Tom Seaver of the White Sox, 267. Brett Saberhagen of the Royals, 270. Storm Davis, and Kirk McCaskill of the Angels. Wins, we've got Charlie Huff leading the way with 12 victories. Seaver with 11. Petrie and Viola with 10. And Storm Davis with 9. Save lead, Dan Quisenberry, 23. Bob James of the White Sox with 22. Ed Nunez with 20. Greg Harris and Willie Hernandez, 19 apiece. NL pitching leaders, we've got Jerry Rolls-Royce with a 1.79, leading the majors here. Kirk Kepshire of the Cardinals, 208. A bit of a surprise there. Fernando Valenzuela, 209. Atlee Hammaker of the Giants, and John Tudor of the Cardinals. Kepshire, Tudor, Valenzuela leading the way with 11 victories apiece, followed by Doc Gooden and Mario Soto. Save leader, Jeff Reardon of the Expos, one better than Lee Smith of the Cubs. And then we've got Scott Gereltz, Tom Niedenfuhr, and Kent Tekulve. MVP votes for the AL, Gibson over George Bell. I'm not going to read all these. You can see them up on the screen here. AL Cy Young, Seaver, one vote ahead of Charlie Huff. NL MVP, Dave Parker has got a 30-point lead over Willie McGee. And NL Cy Young, we've got John Tudor over Kepshire. All right, so that's the standings and leaderboard through games. You can see here games played through June 30th, 1985. And now we will look at reports. And we're going to look at special events, view. All right, so let's scroll down a bit. I'm not concerned with the team errors, runners on base, double plays, triple plays. Oh, 3 triple plays here. I'm not going to click into them, but Mariners, Orioles, and Dodgers all with triple plays in the month of June. Home runs, nobody with a 3+ homer game in June. Nobody with 5 or 6 hits in a game. We've got a number of players that have driven in 6 or 7 runs here. Couple guys with 3 steals apiece. Not worried about errors. Hits per cycle, nobody in June. Inside the park, nobody in June. Strikeouts, Let's see, that would be Kevin Gross for the Phillies with 14 Ks. That's the top single game strikeout uh, posted this season thus far. And then the Mets had Sid Fernandez strike out 13 on June 10th, and Doc Gooden struck out 12 on June 19th. So Gooden is on this list 3 times already. Um, and that no hitter was back in April, so nothing else new here. So that'll wrap up our recap of the month of June for the 1985 As Played replay that I'm currently executing in Digital Diamond Baseball. So keep your eye out for recaps for the remaining months. Then we'll do a playoff recap and we'll play out the World Series game by game. Okay, well, until next time, keep playing ball, take care, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.